Hi traders, Anthony here. In this video I'm going to show you how to set up our TWA indicators. So you want to start off with a fresh chart, go to new chart layout. You're going to create a new chart layout. Click that and then you'll name the chart however you want to name it. It's going to be the same chart layout for both Forex, crypto or anything else you want to trade. It doesn't matter. So we're only going to have the one chart layout. I like to use a dark theme. It's easier on the eyes. So to do that, go up to the top left here, click that, and you can select the dark color theme. Done. Right click. These are my chart settings. I'll go through from the top. You can pause the video and take a screenshot. Untick the value arguments and values here. Scales. Okay, so you can copy these. Just take a screenshot. Appearance. These grid lines I really don't like. So what I've done is I've backed them off. I can see them only just, and I'm happy with that. These two. You can see what else I'm using here, and then trading. You can toggle the buy sell buttons on or off. And events I don't use, as I use a website for these. Go OK. All right, now we're going to bring in two indicators. You'll go to your invite only scripts, and you want to bring in the trend channel first and then the trend bar. So click the trend channel. Click the trend bars. I've already done it, so I'll close that. There they are. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll hide the trend bars. We're going to have a look at the trend channel quickly first. Going to settings. What you want to do is increase this. This is the midline here, this middle line. And what you want to do here is reduce these guys. You only really need to reduce the upper two and the lower two. And what that is this line in here and this line here. So notice we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you want to reduce these guys, and that's them there. The other thing I like to do is adjust the cloud here. There's our cloud. Up to you. You don't want it to be over the top, but you want to be able to see it. I'm good with that. Inputs, leave everything as is. Actually, go back to style, go down the bottom. These pivots, and you might want to increase the intensity of these colors, by the way. And the pivots, bright, you want bright. And you also want to perhaps go down and select the second thickness line here. Do the same with the orange, that's the weekly pivot. Select second thickness line here. And the same with the monthly. You might want to select white so it stands out and then go and select that second thickness. I want to see these lines on the chart. What you'll do then is go to defaults here. Go down here and then save as default. What that'll do is make that your default setting. So anytime you bring this indicator in, it'll remember the settings for you. Click OK. So the next thing then is the trend bars. So we'll hide that and then we'll click on the trend bars. We're going to, there's a lot more than just trend bars going on in here. What we're going to do is go to inputs, and I'm going to untick the bar color. We're going back to standard bar colors for a good reason. From this video onwards, the strategy that I've been working with requires now that we can see the color of these bars. We're going to have these two ticked. Accumulation distribution levels. You don't want them to be too strong, but you need to see them. Okay, so find a happy medium. They overlap. Now, if we untick that, if we don't extend, these are giving us, I'll show you what they do, incredible data that we've got here. All right, these are really important levels, folks. We're going to be working with these. Okay, I like to have these overlapping. So let's just back that off. I want to see where the stronger levels are when they overlap, and then we'll extend them across. So you don't want to overwhelm the chart, but you need to be able to see these levels. I'm good with that. I like the enable divergence. I like the RSI, the stochastic, and the MACD divergence. Okay, so they're my settings. Everything else is pretty good. Go down here and save as default. Go OK. So now we have our indicators, two of them. What we're going to do from here is we're going to save this, and then we're going to go to the layout tab and we're going to select a 4-chart layout with these symbol crosshair and drawings. You can toggle on and off as you need it. Select those, and then we're going to go to this one here, 4-chart layout. Now what will happen is it'll bring the indicators into these charts with your settings. So I'll just enable those. Now we have a 4-chart layout. This is going to be the only chart layout you need for any instrument. Now from here we can decide on a 2-chart layout, or we can go for a 3-chart layout. So it doesn't matter. Once you've set up this, we can toggle through and select the layout we need at any time. The other indicator we're going to bring in now is on this chart here, bottom left, we're going to introduce the trend sentiment multi-time frame. This is a multi-time frame, higher time frame indicator. So click that, and you can star these as well to favorite them. Okay, so we have that down here now. And then the other indicator you need here is the Forex sessions. So click and bring that in. Alright, so we can switch it on and switch it off. White is New York, the blue is London, brown is the Asian, and that green one is the Aussie. Okay, I'll switch it off, only bring it on whenever I need it. So this is ready to go. I like to hide these, get them out of the way then. Go up here, make sure you save now and select auto save. In fact, what I might do is do this because I'm just going to call it my workspace. I'm actually going to delete these. It's all changing, and that's going to be my favorite. Done. Workspace. The next thing is to set up your pairs, your lists I should say. Okay, it's up to you. I've separated them out. It's very simple. Create a list, create a new list, whatever you want to call it, and then add. There's easy ways to do this. If it's Forex, just click Forex, grab your broker, and that'll limit everything. Start with A and then click, click, click. I only trade the majors and minors. Next one will be C, and it's quite easy. So you click, you add them in, and there they are. And it's the same thing with the crypto list. Crypto, okay, add. You want to go to your exchange, so we're going crypto here. We're going to select the exchange, do a search, whatever you're trading. Binance, Bitfinex, BitMEX, whatever it is. Start from the top, select the pairs you want, bring them in, and you can sort alphabetically. So the next chart we need then is, we're going to create a new chart layout, and we're going to call this one Strength, Crypto, Save, go to the indicators, Cryptocurrency Impulse, and you might want to select a crypto. Let's just grab Bitcoin. Alright, so we've got Bitcoin USDT, I think, and then we've got the impulse indicator coming in here. Or you could just leave Bitcoin on there if you want to. Generally, what I'll do is open that up like so. Double click it to open it up. Double click that, and you can see what we have here. You might want to strengthen these up by pulling that to the right. If you want to highlight Bitcoin, you can do that. So we have our crypto strength indicator. And you can set up a folder in your bookmark so that you've got your chart layout with your tabs. A Bitcoin chart here. I've got another chart here. So you can set up your tabs and toggle between. So save that. Auto save on, save now. New chart layout. This one's going to be called Strength FX. Save indicators. We're going to go to the currency impulse now. This is the Forex strength indicator. And again, I'm going to double click down below. Just let it load. Double click. That'll make it full screen here. Just wait for it to load. And then you've got that. The reason why I've separated these rather than having them on here is that they take a while to load. As you can see, it's still loading. It doesn't like being on, like the Forex indicator being on a crypto chart. All right, so we're just waiting for that to load now. 4-hour chart. Go back over here. Make sure you select a 4-hour chart. All right, now we wait for them to load. Again, once they're loaded, they're done. So you can see these different altcoins compared to Bitcoin and see how they're behaving. And these crossovers offer buy and sell opportunities. Some of these crossovers would have been very nice trades. I won't do a tutorial on this. There's going to be videos on that. Okay, so we've got that. Now we double click in here, and here's our Forex strength. Okay, again, 4-hour chart. And if you double click these, you can see what we we have going here, and you can deselect and isolate a couple of pairs, do things like that. Isolate a pair at any time, whatever you want to do. Okay, so that's that. So then we save that, done. So we've got our crypto strength indicator, we've got our Forex strength indicator. Okay, we have our chart over here, and the other thing that I like is create a new chart layout. I've already done this, so I'm going to load. It's my risk sentiment layout. Okay, start with one chart. It's just a what have we got here? There's my selections. Take that out. Take that out. An 8 chart layout. Okay, pretty busy. In fact, we don't need the that at the moment, the buy sell things. So save that. So an 8 chart layout. Look, I'm just using these moving averages. This is actually ours. If you want it, send me an email and I'll enable these for you. This is our EMA ribbon. I don't mind that. So on here I do have the currency strength indicator. All right, up here I've got the S&P 500. That's it. And then we've got the US dollar currency index down here. I'll show you this. I've got a currency index list. All right, so AXY, BXY. Do a search for these, create your list. Australian dollar up the top. So this is the currency index. This is the British pound currency index. Then we've got the Canadian, etc. Then I like the Forex factory calendar and the stock market map. All right, we can see very, very quickly what the stock markets are doing. Is it risk on? Is it risk off? Looking pretty red across the board, so risk off. We can look for opportunities accordingly. But then we just set these up in our bookmarks, call it your trading workspace, and we're pretty well set to go. And that concludes my intro. By the way, if you haven't already, head over to the website. There's a free Discord. You can click here up on the website here, click the Discord link. You can join that. If you want access to the indicators, go to the store, and I'm making this very affordable. I'm happy to share my success. I want a little bit back. I don't need to charge a lot. And let's enjoy the ride. With that, have a great day. See you in the next video.